and welcome to You Can Quote Me on That. Today's quote is one I vacillated on a little because today's quote is actually a poem written by me, and I was wondering if you would appreciate something coming from me and me quoting me. But I just thought if you join me, then it's possible that you like what comes out of my mouth. And what better way for me to get to know you and for you to get to know me than for you to hear my mind and the desires of my heart. Today's poem is called The Things I Desire by Ellen Rush, written March 5th of 2010. And it reads, as long as I live, let me not become so educated that I just don't get it. Let me not become so rich that I become morally bankrupt. Let me not become so pretty that I am no longer a beautiful person. Let me not become so comfortable that I'm not aggravated by injustice. Let me not become so righteous that I don't see the wrong in say and not do. Or have such enlarged vision that I lose sight of what truly matters. Help me not become so skilled in flying under the radar that I can no longer detect when my own direction is off course. Let me not become so affluent that I forget to capitalize on the opportunity to make space, promote, open doors for those diligently working, deserving of, hungry to attain success. Make me a good person. Let this life, my life, count. My thoughts on that quote are that I could have written it today and it still rings true in my soul, especially the last line where it says, let me not become so affluent that I forget to capitalize on the opportunity to make space, promote, open doors for those diligently working, deserving of, hungry to attain success. A activist recently said something brilliant, and I don't always agree with everything everyone says, which is why I quote people, because I'll present to you what I agree with from them. And so this activist said that the reason there is not high crime in certain areas is because in areas of affluence, people have homes that they own, they have land that they own, they have cars that they own, they have businesses that they own, there are banks with their valuables there, and so they are very invested in making sure that that community thrives and grows and is very much secure. Well, so what is the converse of that? What is the difference in a community where there is not as much affluence, where there is not as much opportunity, where they don't own their car, where they don't own their home, where they may be struggling to get a job because of their education, where they may not have health care, where it's hard to put food in the refrigerator? How terribly hard would someone work to or justify getting those things by any means necessary? And how could we take that element and completely do away with it? You know, we get so very focused on becoming the super billionaire, the super millionaire, the amazing business mogul, the super successful celebrity, the person who's got more degrees than a thermometer. But unless we are bringing people along with us, then that creates a problem because we've left so many behind, so many needing, and so many desiring to catch up. And so, I love in the Bible where it speaks to the fact that God created the heavens and the earth in 7 days through speaking. And in Proverbs, it says, the power of life and death lie in the tongue. Those who love it will eat its fruit. Meaning you can literally speak things into existence. And so at what point does it become time to communicate, to elevate? And what I mean by that is if you know of a child in your community who is struggling to survive as they're all trying to do school online because they don't have internet or because that is a barrier, what things can you do to create solutions? Can you talk to your neighbors and can you guys sponsor a few homes for the school year and give them internet access? Who do you know in your community who is working hard, whether it's baking cookies and trying to turn that into a business, or making dinners and selling those and trying to turn that into a business, or being amazing in the community, or just serving and giving? Who do you know that is truly deserving of graduating to the next level? Well, and at what point is it time for us to communicate, to elevate? Who do you know in your circle of influence that if you had a conversation with that person, it would open a door for those people in need? It would move a mountain for those people in need. At what point is it time for us to speak life and communicate, to elevate? Because that is on all of us. With every gift that we have, with every breath that we take, with every connection that we have, we need to leverage those to make sure that nobody falls behind. Thank you for joining me today and thinking with me on ways that we can greet this moment where we're all feeling a little bit of darkness and a little bit of hate with light and love. And I want to help you all know that you're not in this alone. I'm here with you. And I certainly want to help you think of solutions. If you are not registered to vote, you can go to headcount.org/register. And you can get registered to vote. It's as easy as that. Again, that's headcount.org/register. And in that way, everybody can be a part of the solution. I have a couple other things to say as far as thanks. Oprah says that if you have an attitude of gratitude, you invite more of what you desire into your life. And so you'll notice that in each video, I say thanks. So today I'd like to thank a very sweet woman. I ran into her in the community a few weeks ago, and I hadn't seen her since before quarantine started. And she says, "Oh my gosh, it's you. Hold on, I have to go to my car and get something for you." She went to her car and she brought back this beautiful hat. And she explained to me that when quarantine was put in place, she was in France. And she thought about me and the fact that most of my fashion comes from the thrift store or is secondhand. But she said I put it together so beautifully that it's almost art. And she wanted to bring something back that she could add to that collection. And so this hat is from France because she was stuck in France for quarantine. And she brought this back as a token of love. It does not take a huge amount of effort to change someone's day, to add to their world. And so thank you for being the kind of people who want to join me in doing just that. And let's continue to understand we're here together in this moment. Let's push back on the darkness and the hate with light and love.